ICL is committed towards sustainability and has defined this in 2016 itself, 17 itself. And we have set our targets for 2030 that where we want to reach. Like skilling being that, we would like to skill 1 lakh students by 2030. And right now I'm proud to say that we have touched 12,000. So
Perfect.
we are committed towards sustainability and achieve our target that we have set.
Thank you. Over to you.
Yes, as a tour operator, I would like to say that for the regeneration, in fact, if you really see the implementation of the regeneration tourism, we have lot of limited awareness in the tour operators. And maybe a lot of tour operators is why we should really promote, because it's a cost effective. If you go to beaches, we know what is the cost, but they are not aware of the cost effectiveness of that. And balancing the profitability and the sustainability also. And also the local community involvement. Very, very important that we have to skill them. How to skill them? A lot of institutions are there, those who are really giving them the skill, give them the education, and only that we can really, as a tour operator, really promote that, the regeneration tourism. Thank you.
If you ask me, I will say that yes, the art form which is there in the villages will definitely be trained, artists will be trained, tuned, and see that how best we can regenerate it, promote that art form, and simultaneously how we can attract the inter-led tourism towards this in the villages. Simultaneously, if you go to the city areas, we definitely give the opportunities to the artist form, so wherein they can show their performance on the big stages besides the various institutions which are there or we have provided them stages. But organizing the big festivals and bringing the artists from the other states too and see that how they can compare it with the others and see that how best we can preserve the art and entertain the society too by comparing it with the others too. That's all.
On the government side, we have made action plan, but challenge is how to implement this action plan with leveraging the existing infrastructural institutional support, of course, through private institutions and public participation. So these are the key areas which at the policy level we have been focusing. Of course, skilling is one of the important aspect, so which we have been addressing through training our Goa Tourism clubs, which we have formed recently, because these are the youth are our brand ambassadors, so that we could send them, to promote our own heritage, Goan heritage. At the same time, bringing from outsiders also to showcase rich culture. So these are and at the same time, if you could look at one of the NGOs recently I am talking about, they are best at heritage tour walks, storytelling. So how to engage them, how to promote their courses at the entire state level. So these are the various aspects which from government side we have been looking at, and I am sure we will be able to do it. Thank you.
Forest.
Goa Forest Department is in the process of sprucing up the infrastructure in hinterland areas, particularly in sanctuaries and our old zoo. So our master plan is approved, and to tail it with what Director Art and Culture had said, natural history of any place also includes its cultural history. So we are trying to bring in aspects of Goa which are so tied with conservation. So say for example, we have villages here who worship crocodiles. So we have villages here who worship sustainable agriculture practices. So we are trying to showcase them in our Monda Zoo to our visitors from outside Goa or from outside the country. And secondly, taking hints from what we heard from our hospitality stakeholders, we would like to tie up with them in showcasing how much less focused areas, particularly cultural and natural wealth of Goa. Say for example, we organize bird festival every year, and we focus on these lesser known aspects of Goa, which focus on conservation and regenerative tourism. So I think we can all expect Government of Goa and Goa Forest Department support in taking this concept towards fruition. Thank you.
Dr. Solomon?
Yeah. My quick three points to take away my message of the thing. When talking about skill and we are at the same time talking about rural tourism, I think one point we should focus on educating the soft skills to the rural women and to increase some skill like micro food processing, food safety and soft skills. If you can inculcate some training into this woman, because there is one basic principle, when you increase the income of a woman, the entire family will be secure. So I may not be a gender bias, but rather than training a man, we should focus on women so that entire family and finally the village will get the benefit.
Perfect.
Yeah. And second point, I just many farmers are into this agro-tourism, and we have in our audience a farmer from Kerala who is conserving 4,800 species of plants. He has the plants that are mentioned in Bible, Bhagavad Gita and Quran. So that is a typical example of regenerative tourism. We can interact with him after the event. So such farmers, maybe through CSR funding or something, if you industries which are emitting more carbon, they can adopt some of the farmers so that they can show their program that they are neutralizing their carbon emissions by encouraging farmers who is conserving the carbon. So that carbon credit trading, I think we can use in this aspect. Maybe CSR funding should focus on rural tourism. That's it.
Thank you. Rolf, your 30 seconds, please.
I would first talk about promotion. As I said, Goa is a small state, we are just 3,700 square kilometers. When we promote, we have to find our markets and our niche and go there. Why we have to do this? We have to have pure foodstuff because Goa cannot hold mass tourism per se. But at the same time, Goa is a welfare state. Everything in Goa is free. Education is free. Medical, even a super specialty facilities like heart operations and everything is free. Then we have the girls, once they are 18, they get 1 lakh in the bank. We get laptops in schools, everything is free. But some government have to get revenues for this. You get from industry and tourism is something that runs it. So it's a balance between the two. We require the revenues, we require the footfalls, but we require the footfalls that bring in the revenue. That would be my first point. How do we do this? By focus markets, selecting our markets properly and targeting them. Secondly, as I said before and I'll say again, Goa is popular because of its difference. We have a fantastic heritage, built up heritage in cuisine, in our cooking. We have multiple cuisines. We have, besides the coastal cuisine, the Saraswat cuisine, we have the Porto-Goan cuisine, we have the monsoon cuisine, we have the tribal cuisine. These are the heritages we have to preserve, show the difference, and our culture. Without compromising, if we do this, people will come for this difference. And my third point would be education. How do we do this? We have to first educate people, our children, in soft skills to love and to be proud of what belongs to them. We are just guardians of what this is. We have to live it for our children and they have to know how important it is. And how do we do this? By training the teachers. The chambers should have programs for teachers in soft skills, in environment, in ecology. We should have this, and it was highly successful because the chamber had tied up with the education department and it was successful. That's the only way to do it. So first, we have the promotions to be properly selected and targeted. Second is the heritage to be looked into to preserve the difference. And the third is the education. These are my 3 points.
Thank you so much. So